Battle lines have been drawn again as Manchester United returns to action against Bournemouth tonight in the English Premier League. Ladies and gentlemen, exactly, it's the time that I promised you I'll be back here live. We are powered by DSTV, ladies and gentlemen. It's the match day talk. Pre-match is always, I think, the most interesting or sweetest part of any football match. What happens before it? What exactly is going on in Man United? Ruben Amorim spoke a lot about Antoine Semenyo. There is a lot of talk about Tyler Adams linked with Manchester United. United's team and a few reports now claiming that Amorim for the first time might change his system to a back four and play 4-3-3. There are certain close reports coming in. Has he tried to train with it? A lot is going on in Manchester United. It's an amazing day. Match day is always amazing, and of course glad to be here to talk about it, give you a bit of the team news and my probable 11 or our probable 11. We are going to try and build it together. Software tester, tell Amorim to go. We need Kobe to play. Where? That's the question. Where do you need Kobe to play? That's the question. Where do you need Kobe to play in this Amorim system? So that's the confusion. He spoke about how this boy is seen different by people. Some of you see him a certain way. He himself sees him a particular way. So it's obvious, certainly, that the differing views will mean something different. And certainly most of you will have qualms about everything he does. So it's an interesting, though critical time for Manchester United. So welcome aboard. Web Daniel is my name. Where are you? Tap on the video on the like and let me know who you think should be in your starting 11. Who could you put in your starting 11? Software tester. I can start quickly with you before I go proper into this building of the squad. DSTV, the home of football, is where you're going to enjoy this English Premier League action. The late night midweek kickoff for Manchester United. The crochets are in and locked. So if you want anything Man United branded, handmade, crochet, top quality, hit that same number. And of course, let me know. The order will be placed in and in a day you'll be receiving it. So also, come and learn how to earn online. Very important. So guys, what's happening? Some bit of team news. Benjamin Sesko is not expected to be in the game tonight, whereas he returned to training as an individual. It is still early days for him to be really putting in a shift for a place, especially as a starting player. So Sesko is not there. It would be a surprise for him to be included in the team. But Amorim has got options, guys, and these are the options I want to try and look at. We are playing a Bournemouth team that has sort of fallen off in terms of position in the pile, but in terms of points, they are not so far off. That's to speak to how tight this Premier League table is, because as we speak right now, Manchester United is comfortable places ahead of Bournemouth. If you look at the table right now, Man U is lying 6th, or rather is lying 8th on the pile with 25 points, 26 goals scored, 22 conceded. That's a goal difference of 4. Bournemouth is lying 15th with 20 points and a goal difference of -3. So you see that there is quite of a difference in positions, but the points are quite small, 5 points apart. So we can't say we are going to face a dilapidated Bournemouth. This same Bournemouth, meanwhile, if you go back in quick history here and look at the quick history of this fixture, Bournemouth has been able to give Manchester United a bit of headache in the past few years. In 2023, they beat us 3-0 at Old Trafford, a 2-all draw away. They came again at Old Trafford in 2024, beat us 3-0, and then a 1-all draw away, and we beat them 4-1. But that was pre-season. So in the games that matter, they have been able to beat Man United. The last meeting United had with Bournemouth, that's how we looked. So they had most of the core of their team, and the Man United team is still the same. So because in that game, United, besides Onana, who was in goal, Mazraoui was there. There was, I think Maguire was in the back line. with Lisandro Martinez. Kobe was there with Ugarte in the middle. Malaysia, Dalot was there. Eh? So the team hasn't changed a lot. Bruno was there. So the team hasn't changed a lot. So I think we can't disrespect this Bournemouth team. The position is a bit deceptive. 8th and 15th seems far apart. But realistically, on the log, it's quite close and tight. So that's a bit of news. Now we're going also into this game when there is a bit of interest for Manchester United. There is a bit of interest for Manchester United in these, in a few Bournemouth players. That's the game. That's the fixture tonight, of course. That's the time for it. It's 4 hours and 22 minutes away as you see this. I do not know where you will be. You could be planning to go to Old Trafford and enjoy it. I don't know. But I want to look at the probable 11. Amorim spoke a lot before about the game and about personnel, about Kobe Maino and how he views Kobe Maino. And you clearly see that he's getting enough of this Kobe Maino question. I think he has had enough of it. You can see clearly that he doesn't want to hear about it anymore. But I want us to try to work together to build this Pueblo 11. I don't believe the stories I hear because I've had reports today that Amorim might opt for a back four. I don't think he has got to that point yet to do that. I think it is still early in the process of even teaching these players the very foundation of the system he wants to play. So, but also even knowing Amorim and how stubborn he is, you don't think he has got... He will. He's at that point where he has admitted he needs to adjust a bit. No, I don't think so. He still believes in his methods. He has said it before and several times again. He won't let anyone change how he views football. He won't do it for the gallery. He won't do it for no one, not even for the Pope. So I think he will still maintain his system where we will have, let's, I think, just put this right. His system is always a 3-4-2-1. This is the Man United Pro Bowl 11. I said I want us to build this one together. Let me know which one. I think we'll give it a Premier League look. Nice. So I want us to build this one together, yeah? Are you with me? Are you with me, you people? Adela Ivan. Odella Ivan. Hello. How are you, my brother? How are you doing? I see you. So it's match day, guys, and we've got to set the scene for it. So going back to our lineup, our probable lineup. No, not this one. It's this one. So you've got Senne Lamens. Then you've got I think Heaven can still start. Amorim has been trying to explain the decision to substitute some of these players, and indeed we judge him for some of his substitutions, but many a time they are forced. Should be sure. Amorim has been talking a lot of good about him and how they have managed him and what they are trying to borrow from their management of sure what that has worked with Mason Mount as well in managing his injury. So these AFCON boys seem to be there. So certainly for me, I would still trust that back three. The only small change Amorim could pull there could be maybe slotting in Lenny Yoro somewhere, maybe in place of Heaven or Mazraoui. Because at times he has done that before, but I think with the inexperience of Heaven, if Mazraoui is fit, he would be there, proper starter. Then we have Casemiro. And then Bruno. Yeah. So then you have Bruno in there in the middle. And if I were the one managing this game, I wouldn't start Bruno there because I wouldn't advocate for a high intensity number 8. Remember, the number 8 is the one governing the rhythm of play. Bruno is high intensity. You want a more regulated game. I would go Kobe and push Bruno as one of the 10s. Then on the left, I think knowing how intense Bournemouth can turn out to be, you need a bit of defensive curve on one side. I think Dalot would give you more of that. And a little threat going forward. Then on the left, we'll probably have Mount. And then Mbumo. Now this is the obvious. Mbumo and Cunha maybe up top. Now this would be the obvious that. Now this is Mbumo, sorry. This is Mbumo and then Cunha. Now this is the obvious. Knowing Amorim and how stuck to his guns he can be. Yeah? I think that's the obvious starting 11 he would go for. And I first want to give it to you here, fully. Yeah? So here you go. If you're viewing it like Amorim does, we know how he can choose to be a one-trick pony. That would be it. Yeah. And I think that should be strong enough and decent enough to destroy any version of Bournemouth that shows up. I think that should be able to destroy any version of Bournemouth that shows up. Mumbere Gerard, bro, complete for me, Bournemouth midfield and that of Man U. Thanks for the good work. We love you. Thank you, brother. Okay. Goals, that's where I'm headed. Just stick with me. Goals for George. Any United manager that does not give academy players a chance will lose sections of the fan base. And Mason, rather, Paul Scholes has worsened it. Has added salt to pepper. Proper divided the fan base with his comments. Why is my laptop blinking all of a sudden? Why is my laptop doing this all of a sudden? I do not get it. Are you still with me? Are you all still with me? Okay. Here we go. So, that is the Amorim probable 11. Guys, I hope you paid your car wiki to watch the game on DSTV. Don't you start looking for funny sites. Football is watched on DSTV. Fred Kabaya, I see you. Hi, Web. How are you, Kabaya, my brother? How are you doing? What's happening? So, Paul Scholes has split the fan base further with his comments talking about how Amorim is not the kind of coach for Man United, that the employers, that is Ineos and their entire gang, Jason Wilcox and Omar Berada and co., have no clue about the kind of manager United should have. They are clueless. He spoke about how Man United do not play entertaining at all. They don't take risks. It's a team built to put fans on the edges of their seats as the game goes on. He said a lot. Don't bring in five defenders when you're leading 1-0, stuff like that. And the fan base totally has jumped on it. And of course, Paul Scholes will use it. You know how these United legends do, what they do. They all know now that they can earn money online, like I keep telling you. So they use their star power and make strong statements, try to back them up with a lot of non-facts, but their emotions and maybe gullibility of the fan base, and they make bold statements and they get numbers for their podcasts because they are using their legendary appeal, because people jump onto them then and then they create a conversation, and now But the thing, you see, the thing is, if you look at the options that Amorim has at his disposal, there is no single game where, and even going on later to understand why he made certain substitutions, there is no single game where I would go and I'm like, Amorim was wrong to do this and that. Because the options are not there. You look at Man United's bench and you need guys to give you more goals. There is no one. You would rather manage the goal you've scored. But there is no one. There are no options. He told you about how some players you were all praising that they should be playing were loaned and they are not even performing for the small clubs in the championship where they were loaned. And these boys have reacted by posting and removing certain posts on their Instagrams. That's Harry Amas and Chido Obi. I don't know why he did it. I don't know whether it was a way of indirectly psyching them up, mind game, or he was just being too honest and said that, because it looked like a wrong thing to say to these kids if they had that. Because I think these kids have tried, and you also can't use them as examples in giving your excuses as to why you're not performing as to the expectations. But also, guys, all that is said, for me, I'll ask one question. Has Manchester United really performed poorly? Would you sit down and say that United this season has performed poorly? They are not improving. When they are just a win off top 5. Would you say that Manchester United has performed poorly? Because the pressure and scrutiny of Amorim for me is uncalled for. I see people just trying to create a situation where it's not. The team has just improved a lot. From being 15th, they are now one win, which game we know they will win. They are one win away from being in 5th position. How do you say that such a manager has performed too poorly to deserve all this scrutiny? Yet, he has not even got enough players for him. Yet we know how he struggled. These players, how weak these players are. He even indirectly sent a message that Kobe Mino is probably not good enough. You people don't know how. He started by saying these guys sometimes don't have all the information. He has all the information about Kobe. Perhaps that information shows the boy is not good enough. Perhaps that's what the information shows. And he has failed to earn his place. But you see, he's playing with a midfielder less. So the competition is with Casemiro and Bruno. So where is he going to play? So, and Amorim's style of football, his approach to football is he's a high intensity coach by nature. So he's not going to be cornered. And for me, I back him fully because the kind of football he wants is intensity, and that's the Premier League. So if you tell me he has not taken the team anywhere, honestly, where should United be? If United had a better manager, should it be leading the table? Is that what you expected 1 year later, really? That to come from 15th last season, that by now Man U to be leading the table or second or third. So for me, I don't get the scrutiny. Me, I just see excitement and, people just trying to force an agenda which is not there. And those are the mistakes that saw Man United lose. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who was playing an exciting game, very intense game, end-to-end, proper Man United ball, second and third against Prime Man City, and I think Klopp Liverpool. He was there competing with them. Then if he just because he lost the Europa League on penalties, you fans started the noise and the guy was sacked up to today. So you want to do this, you're encouraging the same thing. That's what you're doing. You're encouraging the same thing. So that's how, again, you're going to lose a brilliant manager. Because you're not being really awoken. People are just jumping onto the wagon of, But think about it. United has improved. They are scoring more goals. When is the last time United had a positive goal difference? They have a positive goal difference now of 4. Meaning the signings they made up top were effective, brought results. To you may not think the results are so exciting, but the results are progressive. They were not scoring, they were not creating chances. Now they are scoring 4 more goals. They have a goal difference of 4 from languishing in negative goal difference for ages. But he first signed forwards, Mbumo, Cunha, and Shesko, meaning his signings brought a solution that you're enjoying. So as we go into the game tonight against Bournemouth, of course, there are players you want to watch out for. There is serious talks about Tyler Adam of Bournemouth, that midfielder. There is a lot of talk about him and Man United. So you might want to watch him and see how he perhaps manages a midfield of two, more tight and compact, Bruno and Casemiro, who are most likely going to start. Will he outrun them? It's a test, it's an audition for him, because Amorim wants those young, energetic players. There is talk of Noah Sadiki, the Sunderland boy, 20 years of age, but plays for Congo, but born in Belgium. He's intense. So all these are the things you want to look out for in the game tonight at 11 p.m. on DSTV. Pay your car wiki. If you don't have the money, you're not earning enough online. Come and learn how to earn online. People are earning money on the internet. Are you? If not, come and learn. There is a long list of players Man United is looking at. But I think for me, I get the whole idea. So Kobe moving on. Amorim said he hasn't held talks with him about his departure and all. He said they spoke last year, not about that. But he's open to having a conversation like that. The boy wants more playing time. He won't get it ahead of Bruno, not ahead of Casemiro. Not now. If he either waits for a tweak in system, which people think it might come tonight, I don't think so. This Amorim guy cannot take Manu anywhere. Where Kobe is our best midfielder by far, but the coach has decided to kill his talent. The coach is not bold enough to bench Bruno, yet he says Bruno. So it's a difficult position, by the way. It's a strong position. Over what is it called? A dozen. Over a dozen Premier League clubs are waiting on the chance to sign Kobe. All of them, 12, including 2 Champions League giants, European giants. Madrid and Barcelona are waiting. Napoli is serious. Napoli wants him. He wanted them at some point. There are so many clubs in the Premier League. Clubs in everywhere. Everyone says, please give us the kid. Man, you can lose this boy at 20. Now, certain figures at Man United do not even want to hear it. There is no way. They can't. Don't even want to hear the reason why Amorim might be on the verge of losing the kid. But they see the system they play, the system of football, and the people who are there. Bruno is performing. Are you going to bench Bruno for him? Casemiro is performing. Are you going to bench Casemiro for him? When he has come on for Casemiro, what has he done? That's what the coach is telling you. So should I play for the gallery or should I play football? I love Kobe, but I understand. If Amorim were playing a 4-2-3-1, then I would ask, why isn't Kobe playing? But even then, he will tell you, should I play him? Yes, he will then tell you, are you telling me to bench one of Shesko, Mbumo and Cunha? Maybe you play a 4-2-1-2. So you have your four at the back, 2 blocking midfielders, one guy serving 2. Goodness, football, bloody hell. So Amorim is there facing it. Now, in the event that we don't have the AFCON boys, can you fill in those missing gaps? Can you fill in those missing gaps in the event that the AFCON boys are not there? In the event that our AFCON boys are not there, can you fill in those missing gaps? Give me names. Drop names. Those are 3. Mazraoui's position, Mbumo and Ahmad. Are you filling them in, or are you changing the whole system to accommodate the guys you have? If you're Amorim, what are you doing there? Mumbere. I think Man City has lost the same number of games as Man U this season, but we are not hearing City legends attacking Pep. Therefore, Man U legends also learn to appreciate. I come in peace. Eleta manyachi. Sebo mumbere eleta manyachi. That's exactly the point. That's exactly the thing. So, Liverpool, look at Liverpool. Look at Liverpool and how they've been a mess this season. But Ancelotti is even backed to drop their biggest legend. Now, Mo Salah has been posting his stats and records and how he has surpassed everyone with their goal contributions. That's what he posted on Twitter, on X. And I'm thinking, did he have to do this? We had already posted all the things for him. We had already posted all this for him. Why does he have to also do it? Shows you a lot about what is going on in his head. Boy is not happy anyway. It's not done. I don't think Mo Salah's issue with Ancelotti is done yet. It's not done at all. He says Kobe will substitute Fernandes, but anytime he's doing substitution, he takes Casemiro out for Kobe. Why not Fernandes out for Kobe? Depending on the game situation. It's not always. He changes things depending on how he sees the game, the shift in the game. It's not a one, at times he will pull him out for him. Last time he brought off, I think, Casemiro and brought on Ugarte and then pushed Bruno in 10. And Ugarte as 8, not even Kobe, because he said in his explanation he anticipated long balls, and Ugarte will give you more, I think, in fighting for second balls than Kobe. Football is about tactics, but also any tactic can win and any tactic can lose. If it wins, you're celebrated like a hero, a genius. If it doesn't, you know nothing about football. You complicate football. We are also not easy. Football is so difficult. That's why it's so difficult to manage, because everybody has an opinion about it. Everybody understands it. Everybody watches the same game and understands it. They have their own view. They played it. They perhaps studied it. So, for you to be firm in your job, it takes a stoic character. It's only the stoic who pull it off. That's why managing football is not for the faint-hearted. It's not for the faint-hearted at all. So, if the boys have gone for AFCON, how do you feel in those gaps? Like for like. So you have Yoro, then Dogu in Ahmad's position, and then Zakzi definitely in Mbumo's position. That's the obvious. I don't like how predictable Amorim feels at times. I don't like how predictable he looks at times. I don't like it. I don't think it's a good thing to be so predictable. You're just forcing it, and at times to work, you will be predictable and win. You force it through and you score the goals, but be unpredictable. He needs to try also the academy, Shareless and co. But you see, he told you, he gave chances to Toby Collier, Harry Amas, and Chido Obi at a time when you were telling him to sack the manager. You were saying they should sack him. He was giving these kids a chance. They didn't perform. He wanted him sacked because of them. He sent them on loan. Even where they are loaned, they are not performing in his view. So what he's trying to say, that these kids are also not all that. Maybe they are not good enough. Is he wrong to say that? Is he wrong to say that? These kids are not good enough. You hype them for the standards he has set, the standards they want to compete at. These kids need to do a lot of work to get there. The only man is substitute defenders, even when they are not injured. But all these defenders keep asking him to come out. He's managing them. They keep telling him. It turns out even Heaven asked to be substituted. He was complaining. No, there's a lot we don't know. I think also Amorim would want to attack and have a more entertaining game going forward. But at times, Dalot asked to be substituted in a game where he scored. Casemiro always asked to be substituted. Heaven asked to be substituted. Luke Shaw has always asked to be substituted. They keep managing these players. So these players are probably all half fit. They can't play 90 minutes. So how do you blame Amorim for the fact that Casemiro can't play full 90 minutes? How do you blame that on Amorim? Give him a better player who can play 90 minutes. Better than Casemiro or at his level. That's the thing. Simple. It's not his fault. Wait for him. Give him the money. Let him point on players. He accepts. If they fail, scrutinize him. So for me, I'll still back him in that way. My name is Webb. Guys, enjoy the match. My prediction of the game is, regardless who starts, Man United should be able to win 3-1. No, 3-0. I think I'm hoping for a clean sheet. For once, can we have clean sheet? Is this the game to ask for a clean sheet, to be honest? No, 3-1, guys. We shall concede. I don't think this is the one for a clean sheet. I'll go both teams to score, but Man United will score more. 3-1, 4-1. See you later, guys. My name is Webb. Come and learn how to earn online. We are powered by DSTV.